I hope the audience for my London lecture will go away realising that societies have a choice about privacy, about security, and about other aspects of the information societies that we are continuing to build. It isn't the case that privacy automatically is dead thanks to the development of technology. I think people in general should be very careful about that kind of technological determinism. In the end, of course, it's human beings that build the technology. It's human beings that can decide what the technology does. And I think that that's a social responsibility that businesses and policymakers should take more seriously. What I'm going to try to demonstrate in my lecture is that society and policymakers do have an option here, that we can preserve privacy in the internet age. It's just a question of finding a way of persuading mainly businesses that systems should be built that protect privacy, that laws should be passed to encourage that, and also to enforce privacy protection. Protecting people's privacy is important, not just in the sense that it in itself is a human right, but also because people can't really feel free to say what they think if they are concerned that they might always be under surveillance, that saying unpopular things might have negative consequences for them. One of the interesting broader questions that the internet raises is to do with globalization and regulation, and how effective can individual state action be when internet users, of course, can so easily now access information abroad, send information abroad. Privacy is struggling perhaps to keep up. In general, the US has much weaker privacy laws, mainly because of the different political philosophies between the US and Europe. The US, in general, their approach is to say when it comes to the private sector, it should be up to individual companies and their customers to decide what levels of privacy should be there. So the EU so far has had great difficulty in persuading the US to change that. Of course, with the internet, it's very important for effective privacy protection that the US is involved, because so many internet companies are based in the US. They store a lot of their data there, and of course that's one reason that all of the discussions following the Edward Snowden revelations have so focused on the US National Security Agency and its allies, including the UK. The internet to date has been built largely in a rather trusting way. In its origins in the late 60s and 70s and then 80s, it was mainly an academic research facility. It wasn't until the 90s that it really took off outside academia. There have been a lot of efforts since then to develop more secure communications protocols, to improve the reliability and security of operating systems and other kinds of software, but I think we still have a long way to go to build a trustworthy, resilient internet that fully reflects that dependence that's now being placed on it by societies.